Greg from Balloon Market here, and welcome to BMTV. As you can see, we're once again joined by Chantel from Balloon Occasions, and we're at Balloon Occasions again. Hello, Chantel.
Hi guys. Hi Greg.
Hello. So, today we've got a very interesting show, a very special show, a show like we've never done before on BMTV.
Bring something new to the table.
You absolutely do. And today we're going to talk about colour, aren't we?
Yes.
So,
in the most beige outfit.
beige and navy, yes, indeed. So the colour and how you choose colours for your work, I think is something that people find really interesting.
Yeah.
What is it mainly? Do your customers, your clients, come to you and say, "I want this theme, I want this colour," or do they rely on you to come up with the colours?
It's a little bit of both. If they've got a theme, it might be that they've got like a Super Mario theme, and then the colours, or they have colours that will follow that theme. So then you're kind of stuck there a little bit, unless you can give them muted tones. A lot of people now are moving to like muted versions of a theme.
Yeah.
But if it's something like weddings and things like that, they might say, "This is the wedding colour scheme. Can you follow?" But some of them just give us. I love it when a customer says, "Do whatever you want." He likes, if say it's a guy, he likes this colour, but he's got no preference, and you then go off, and then that means that we can then use our ways of making the colours. Yeah, so it's a big mixture, to be honest.
So, for instance, we've got the Mario wall there. How do you come up with that? That seems relatively easy because you've got the standard Mario colours.
So we'll take the colours out of their outfits, clothing, So you can obviously Google images of their, like the colours that go with that theme.
Yeah.
And then we've added in a gold. Obviously the coins are gold, so even though their outfits aren't gold, we can still add that in.
Yeah.
So just taking colours from that really. You could also then do like a retro version of it and go all muted. So you could have used like mustard, you could have used like a toned down red and done it all in that.
Yeah.
But then it'd be there's options of doing that, even though you can go off the exact colours, but without, still make it work.
But this one, if we'll step over here, this one is a little bit different, isn't it? Because this is all very
muted.
This
is super popular for like weddings.
Yeah.
Every time we put a nude setup on Instagram, everyone goes wild for that.
Yeah.
Even though I'm not a very nude person, I know I'm wearing nude, but I wouldn't say that that's my colour.
Yeah.
But that is a lot of people's colour. They do go for that. Weddings and things like that, absolutely.
Okay.
That's a really popular colour scheme to have.
So how'd you come up with these colours? This is the big question, really, because some of these are double stuffed as well, aren't they? But how do you come up with this?
So we use a website called Coolors, which Lyd can show shortly.
Okay.
And then we will find the palette that we like, and then just testing out, which I can show you as well, testing different colours that potentially go inside. These are all double stuffed to create the tones.
Okay.
As much as there are loads and loads of colours on the market, especially with like the white sands, if you add another tone into the white sand, you can just get it slightly different. So
So you use the website called Coolors,
Coolors, yes.
Coolors.
COOLORS.
Okay, so we'll go and have a look at that
Coolors.
with Lydia in a minute.
Yeah.
And then once you've got your colour palette, then you start to get your balloons out and just have a play around. And when is that how you decide? Is that how you figure out double stuffing? It's literally just having a play.
Yeah. We use a lot of like trial and error of that. Any colours that we use on the Instagram, we then take those photos, put them on for like B2B, so balloons to business, and we tell everybody the colour combinations that we make.
Oh, that's really good.
Obviously, we'll spend a lot of time on that. So if it's normal colours, we can then just put them on the caption or whatever.
Yeah.
But if they're custom colours, we will put them always on balloons to business so that everybody can see what they are.
So balloons to business, just to remind everybody, that is, do you want to tell everybody what it is?
So it's an online education platform that goes through quite literally everything to do with the balloons. So how to create all the displays that we create, how to create like number stacks, bubbles, all of that sort of stuff, and then obviously colour combinations as well. So anything that we do, it's on there.
And it's a monthly subscription.
Yeah, monthly subscription.
And that is what at the moment?
$21.99.
$21.99.
And then you have me and Lydia in the DMs you can ask us anytime. There's also like support groups and things like that. Yeah.
And so that's where your double stuffing charts are, or double stuffing
there's loads of
ideas.
different.
So you show the picture of what it is, and then you just say exactly.
Then you'll know exactly all the colour combinations. If we've double stuffed, what's gone inside what, all of that sort of stuff.
So do you know what all these colours are?
Yes. So you've got white sand in white sand.
Okay.
The reason why we've double stuffed it is, especially when it's a wedding, it does look a little bit more luxury when the colour's a lot thicker. We have got here, you've got rust orange inside white sand. So that just gives it a little bit of an undertone.
You didn't know that one, did you?
Well, I did, but I didn't want to give you some wrong feedback. So then here, this is really nice colour. This is Latex copper inside Sempatex's satin white pearl.
Oh wow, okay.
This is really popular for weddings and stuff, having like the satin effect on top. And you can try loads of different colours inside the satin range. To get a bag of satin, I'd probably try every single colour and just see all the combinations.
Okay.
Then this one is gold. So you can use any gold really. It needs to be a chrome gold rather than a metallic.
Yeah.
And that is inside the white satin pearl as well.
Yeah.
So you've got 4 colours there, but all quite similar in
It's lovely.
colour.
It's absolutely gorgeous. I love the satin effect. That's really nice. And obviously you clearly mix all the different manufacturers.
Depending on what works. I know a lot of the manufacturers have a pearl, so pearl doesn't really change that much. So you could probably grab a pearl from most. I think also the 5 inches are actually Tuftex's pearl. Just because I didn't have both of them in. So I've just used Tuftex's white pearl, and actually you can't tell a difference at all. In the I'll mix. That's
no, it's absolutely
for whatever you need.
Beautiful. Okay, I think I need to go and talk to Lydia and have a look at this Coolors website.
Yes, it's very good.
Cool. So Lydia, hello again.
Hello, Greg.
How are you?
We're all good here.
Good. So you are going to talk us through the Coolors or Coolors website,
yes,
are you?
I am.
And what you do with that.
So this is the website that we quite often use to help generate colour palettes. So it's really good if you have absolutely no idea, there's no inspiration whatsoever, and you're looking for colours to use with balloons.
Okay.
Or it's also really good if, let's say, a customer's given you a colour, but then says, go wild with whatever you want to complement it with, and you want to try something different.
Yeah.
Also really good idea to get random colour palettes for content. So something you don't really see online that's really popular. Could be a really good way of getting it. So if you have no idea whatsoever, I would go onto the Explore Trending Palettes page, and that's what this looks like. So as you can see, there's tons and tons, if not millions, of palettes to pull up. And then you could find one that you really like. So let's say this one. I'm going to open the palette.
That's a lot of palettes you get.
There's a lot of palettes. And then from here, let's say I don't really like this colour, it's a bit dark. I could just click on here and I can just adjust it slightly to make it more pink, or a bit darker, like that. So you have total control over it, which is really, really good.
Yeah.
And then from here, I would just match them with balloons. So I'd probably say this is more like Willow from Tuftex, maybe macaron blue or pastel blue, or even a sea glass, wild berry, fuchsia and mustard.
Okay.
But from here as well, you can also work out, let's say this mustard had a really, really dark undertone, try a brown inside the mustard and things like that. So just working along with the colours and what tones you see.
Okay.
So then also on here, rather than going on the trending, you can do start the generator. So this again brings up totally random colours, and you just hit the space bar and it will just keep going. But let's say we get to one and you go, oh, I really like that colour, but I don't like the colour it's paired with. I press the lock button and it will make sure it keeps it, but it's creating different palettes for me.
Oh, that's great.
So like, let's say I don't really like that one. So now I'm going to remove that colour. I like all 4 of those together. I want to save these because I want to come back to that. I'm going to have a little folder on my computer where I have all this inspiration for colour. I'm going to go to export. I'm going to save as an image. And I'm going to call this Colour Combo 1.
And this is all free, isn't it?
All totally free. And then that's now saved on my computer.
Wow.
And will look like this when it comes up.
That's
so there you go. So you could have a whole folder of those for when you have no idea what you're looking for.
Yeah.
But that's a really good idea. Another way you can use it is, let's say you've got an old job, but you really liked that green that you use. Mm-hmm. So I've now opened this into a different system altogether. This is called PicMonkey. Okay. You could use something like Photoshop, you could use Canva, anything you wish. I'm then going to try and use my eyedropper tool to find that colour. So I'm going to add a shape. I'm going to change the colour of the shape. Use this little tool. Again, this is on loads and loads of design softwares. Yeah. I'm going to try and pick up the peachy colour. So let's go for about like this. I'm going to copy and paste that hex code. And I'm going to pop it into here. That's not working. 2 seconds. Hashtag. What's that one? Okay, 2 seconds. So it's going to go this. I'm going to copy and paste it. Control C. Go back onto there. Into here. Control V. That colour. I'm going to lock it because I don't know what other colours I want to pair it with. And it's going to, again, do that for me. So it's great.
So cool.
So let's say you found online, you've gone onto the wholesaler, you know that you want that orange colour. You're going to find the hex code, type in the hex code, and then you're going to work with it that way.
So obviously balloons don't have hex codes
or
Pantone references or anything like that. So this is just a matter of you having a look at some balloons and deciding and knowing what balloons you've got available.
And sometimes just because it will bring up, like this isn't exactly the same as Sempertex red, but if you try a black inside that, that's probably going to give you that really deep tone. Sempertex lavender, and again, just a plain black. Yeah. It's just good to play with colours because sometimes I think we play it really safe and we think, let's pair all the pastel colours together because they look so cute together, but you don't have to at all.
Okay, so the sequin wall that we've just seen with
this
Chantal.
is the one that we kind of went with earlier on. Really nude tones. Of course, these don't look identical because the ones that we used ultimately were satin, so you're not going to get that to replay on the screen. But something like, let's say this colour, so this would be the copper, this is the Qualitex copper inside the Sempertex Fashion Pearl. We use a chopstick. We like to call it a stepping stick. It's going to give you a similar tone to that.
Yeah.
It's like that pinky, grey, beigey tone.
It's a bit hard as well when you're on a screen because the screens can be very different.
So really, I would just use this to create those, you know, the bit of inspiration, and then go and see what I've got in my packets.
Yeah.
Or what I can buy online.
Okay. Cool. Awesome.
Happy?
Very
Coolors
happy.
is cool.
Coolors is cool. Thank you so much
You're
for
very
that,
welcome.
So these are the balloons, Chantal, that Lydia has said we should be using. Hand-picked. And you are going to double stuff those and then inflate them, and then we're going to see how they sit in the piece over there. So what exactly are you going to do?
So my chopstick, I don't know if Lydia explained the reason why we use they're like either stainless steel or plastic chopsticks. Okay. You've always got the thick end and then the thin end. So with the thick end, if I'm using 12s, 13 inches or anything bigger, I will use this and go straight in. So that's white sand inside white sand. Yeah. Now, if I show you what it looks like with double stuffed and then without, you can then see the difference in the two. Yeah. So you've got the one here,
double stuffed.
Slight difference. All it means is I think this one looks a little bit more expensive than this. Yeah. Now, depending on the client's budget, that's absolutely fine. Yeah. But you know, if it's for a wedding, if you're working outside in the summer, and I will double stuff them because especially if I'm using the same colour, if it pops the outer layer, you've still got the inside one. All right. So it's great for summer. So I've got this one. Then I'm going to use rust orange inside here. Check out my chopstick.
Do you always use the Air Force 4?
Yeah, for organic stuff, this. I've also got some of the cheaper Amazon pumps and stuff, especially when you're first starting. But what's really, really good about this is you've got 4 outlets. Yeah. So lid can be on one side, I can be on the other. So I do like these, and they are quicker. Yeah. It just comes out quicker. You can use them for a lot longer. I started off with the Amazon, but as soon as I got this,
makes a difference.
It makes a difference, yeah. So then this is this one here. So
it's a lovely tone.
Yeah, and I'll re-blow up that white sand in white sand. You can see that even though they're both white sand, because I've double stuffed with the other colour, this slightly is a different tone.
Oh yeah. What's that other colour?
That's rust orange inside white sand. Okay. But you could use like a terracotta and still kind of get that similar colour, but you can see they are slightly different. Okay. Pop them to the side. Then we have gold inside the white satin pearl. Now with the golds, as long as you're using chrome, so you could use various brands. This one is Calasan's chrome, but metallic gold doesn't really work the same. Okay. So we're going to go in there. This also blows up double stuffed with no problems at all. So you've got that there. When I'm doing the double stuffed as well, not everybody will know this, is you only need to tie the inside balloon. Okay. So yeah, that's that one. And then I've got the Qualitex copper. See, no one else does a colour like as dark as this. I know there's a few other brands that do similar, but this one's probably the darkest copper you're going to get. Okay. I think. So
you said you use the fat end of the chopstick for those different sizes.
Sorry, thin end 5-inch. Okay. Smaller ones. It's just easier to get that in then. Yeah. 5-inch. But 5 inches double stuffing is the devil. No one enjoys that.
Why?
Because it's just not. I just find that not enjoyable. Also, then inflating the 5-inch. Okay. We use the other machine, the
Twin Air.
Yeah, to do the 5-inch double stuff, and that's absolutely fine. But not everybody's got that. Yeah. And you could end up on a hand pump, and hand pumping double stuff 5 inches is not fun. Okay. So yeah, the Twin Air's lifesaver when we're doing big displays with lots of 5 inches. So that's that one.
Oh, that's lovely.
There. And we'll tie that. So then we have the colours.
Perfect. Well, let's go and see how they sit in the piece that you've done already.
Yeah, fab. Cool.
So here we are, Chantel, back at the sequin wall. So these are the ones that you've just double stuffed and inflated. So these are the ones that you've actually used in here already, aren't they?
So we've got the white sand, which is here. And then I've done the white sand and the white sand for the 5 inches as well. Yeah. So you have that one. Here is the rust orange and white sand, which you can see, even though they're next to each other, they are slightly different. Yeah. Like that.
I'll hold that.
And then we have the copper inside the white satin pearl, which is there. Which actually, when it's on its own, it doesn't look that pinkish. Yeah. But when it goes in here, it's like a really nice pink tone. There you go. Nice. And then we've got the gold in the satin white as well, which is like that one down there. So yeah.
Perfect.
That is the 4 colours.
Okay. So that's great. I mean, that's a really good demonstration of how you get your colours together and put them in there. Anyway, as a guest, I don't know what to do with this. As a guest on BMTV, you get to ask the question of the week. Yeah. So what question would you like to ask everybody out there?
I think it would be a good one to ask, and also very helpful for lots of other people, is for you all to comment below your favourite double stuff colour combinations.
Okay, so what is your favourite double stuff colour combination? Leave your comments down below on Facebook and on YouTube. I've never done an outro with balloons in my hand before, so thank you, Chantel, and thank you everybody for watching. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button and the little bell icon, and you'll be notified every time we upload a new show. And check us out on Instagram as well. Stay happy, stay positive. See you all next week. Bye.
Bye.